Hollowbrook High School stood at the edge of a dense, eerie forest that cast long, gnarled shadows over the imposing structure. Rumors of paranormal activity had plagued the school for decades, but the legend of the ghostly janitor was the most infamous. It was a dark and stormy night when four friends, Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Tom, decided to venture into the school grounds. Their curiosity got the better of them, and they believed it was the perfect opportunity to prove that the haunted stories were nothing more than old wives' tales. They met at the school gates, carrying flashlights and daring one another to go inside. The wind howled through the rustling trees, setting an eerie backdrop to their adventure. The front door creaked open with a spine-tingling groan as they entered the dimly lit floor. The group wandered down darkened hallways adorned with cracked and peeling paint. The air was heavy with a musty odor, as if the very walls exhaled the school's long-forgotten secrets. They made their way to the basement, following the whispers of ghostly tales, to find the janitor's quarters. As they descended the narrow, rickety stairs into the dimly lit basement, their flashlights flickered ominously. They reached the door to the janitor's quarters, marked by an old, tarnished nameplate that read Walter as Blackwood custodian. With trembling hands, Mark pushed the door open, revealing a room frozen in time. Dust-covered shelves held jars of ancient cleaning supplies, and an antique mop bucket lay toppled over, its contents long dry. But what caught their attention was the photograph on the wall. It was a black and white picture of Walter S. Blackwood, the long-deceased janitor, standing proudly in front of the school. His eyes seemed to follow them as they moved, and a sudden gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic set in as the darkness enveloped them. They fumbled to relight their flashlights, but could only manage faint glimmers that barely illuminated their surroundings. In the pitch-black room, they heard faint footsteps echoing toward them. Whispers filled the air, chilling their spines. "Get out," a ghostly voice murmured. "This is my domain." In a frenzy, they stumbled toward the door, pushing and shoving each other, but the door wouldn't budge. It seemed as though the very walls of the school were conspiring against them. The ghostly footsteps drew closer, and the whispers grew louder and more menacing. Suddenly, a pale, ghostly figure appeared before them. It was the janitor, Walter S. Blackwood, his eyes hollow and empty. "You shouldn't have come here," he hissed, his voice a haunting echo of despair. Desperation overcame them, and they pounded on the door, screaming for help. As if in response to their pleas, the door finally gave way, and they stumbled out of the basement, gasping for air. They never returned to Hollowbrook High School after that night. The legend of Walter S. Blackwood, the ghostly janitor, became a cautionary tale for generations to come, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left undisturbed, and that the walls of Hollowbrook High held secrets that should never be uncovered.